On the eve of the season finale in Abu Dhabi, Binotto found himself at the center of F1 rumors when reports surfaced that Ferrari was preparing to replace him with Fred Vasseur, the head of Alfa Romeo. Although Binotto and the team's drivers continually played down rumors of a change over the Abu Dhabi weekend, Ferrari responded fast to refute the news. However, the issue doesn't seem to have been resolved, as a report published on Friday in the prestigious Italian newspaper Corriere della Sera stated that Binotto was about to announce his resignation. According to the rumors, Binotto and Ferrari's senior management were in talks to determine the terms of his departure. It was reported that the team would make an official statement as early as Friday. On Friday, Ferrari stated that there was nothing official to say about the situation. But is this all just smoke and mirrors? Let us know your thoughts down below. But Binotto himself allegedly decided he shouldn't stay on at Ferrari because he didn't feel he had the president John Elkann's full confidence, according to Corriere della Sera. In response to Ferrari's failures to mount a stronger assault against Red Bull this season, Elkann hastened to deny any rumors that Binotto's position at the company was in jeopardy, as recently as the Italian GP. He did, however, make it very apparent that the team needed to fix crucial mistakes that had cost them crucial points this season. We have great faith in Matteo Binotto and appreciate everything he and all our engineers have done. But there is no doubt that the work in Maranello, in the garage, on the pit wall and at the wheel needs to improve. Elkann told Gazzetta dello Sport, "We must continue to make progress, and that goes for the mechanics, the engineers, the drivers and obviously the entire management team, including the team principal. We have seen that there are still too many mistakes when it comes to reliability, driving and strategy. Putting our trust in Binotto and his team was the right decision and it has paid off. Thanks to them, we are competitive and winning again. But I'm not satisfied because I think we can always do better." Last weekend in Abu Dhabi, Binotto said that Elkann had once more given him promises regarding his future in the wake of Vasseur's stories. "Obviously, when the speculation came out, I had a chat with my chairman, John Elkann," said Binotto. "We discussed openly what was the best way to move forward. We decided to release a statement was maybe the best way to close any speculation. Clearly, there is speculation, totally with no foundation. It's unclear if anything has changed since the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, where Charles Leclerc finished second in the Constructors' title, and Ferrari achieved its weekend goals by placing second. Since 1995, Binotto has been a pillar of the Ferrari team. He rose through the ranks to take over as team principal from Maurizio Arrivabene at the beginning of 2019. If Binotto's departure from Ferrari is confirmed, the team would be left searching for a replacement before a pivotal winter in which it hopes to take a stride forward in its pursuit of competitiveness in 2023. Vasseur is the obvious choice, but another choice would be to temporarily replace Binotto with Ferrari CEO Benedetto Vigna to handle business while the team concentrates on next year's challenger. But is it fair to boot out Binotto after Ferrari improved in 2022? They finished second in both championships, its highest finish since 2018, and the year wasn't without its setbacks. And Ferrari found itself in the firing line after having several potential triumphs derailed by subpar reliability, poor strategy or driver errors. Binotto added that looking back on the 2022 campaign's events has been eye-opening, particularly in terms of handling extreme influences. "It has certainly been a difficult one because criticism is never easy to be managed," he said. "And more than that, I think for me, somehow I needed to try to keep the team focused and concentrated on the job. The criticisms are there to distract a team, and keeping a team focused is never easy. It has been difficult, but I think that will make me only stronger in the future. I know that we need to count only on ourselves. That is the most important lesson of the season." Even though there's been a lot of rumors around Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, who came in second in the Drivers' Championship this year, stated in Abu Dhabi that the team's emphasis was still on taking the final step to be on top again. "Obviously, when we're getting to the end of the season, there are always voices around us," said Leclerc. "But I think as a team, we really need to focus on our jobs and on track try to extract all of the things that are happening around the team. People tend to forget how big of a step we've done from last year to this year. There's definitely another step that we wanted to do, but I'm sure that we'll do it all together." Binotto believes that building a more dependable and faster car will be essential to Ferrari meeting its goals in 2023. and he fully acknowledges that they must perform better. When asked what the most important change Ferrari needed to make for the 2022 season, Binotto responded, "I don't think there is only one, because at the end, our up and downs were coming from different areas. As first, reliability. I would put it as top priority, because in order to win, you need to be reliable. It's not been the case in the season. The second is the speed of the car, because while we've been very competitive in quali, it's not always been the case in the race itself. And our race pace, whether it was tyre degradation or pure race pace, was not sufficient to fight for a better position. I think these are the two, because if you've got a fast and reliable car, then yes, you may do mistake on strategies, on pit stops, which you can always compensate for through the fact that the car itself is fast and reliable. So it's where we need to put our efforts, knowing that still, yes, the ups and downs are as well strategies, and maybe different calls we have done on the race weekend. But also we will review and improve certainly. The subject of Binotto leaving Ferrari has received a lot of attention in the Italian media, with numerous newspapers speculating on how the team may perform without Binotto. They claim that might be excellent news for Charles Leclerc, but not so much for Carlos Sainz. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, Leclerc will take over as the team's unquestioned number one, something the Monegasque is believed to have always desired. He's also being given that chance, the publication claims, if Fred Vasseur will be the one to follow up Mattia Binotto. The newspaper questioned whether Leclerc may have played a role in the departure of Binotto, writing, "It's hard to imagine him capable of that, let alone having that power. But inside the gentleman that Leclerc is, lurk sky-high ambitions." It's a risky hypothesis, the publication stresses, also stating that Leclerc would be happy with a number one position within the team with Vasseur as boss, not least because Vasseur has worked with all recent F1 world champions at some point since 2014, barring Max Verstappen. Moreover, Leclerc and Vasseur are also linked by Leclerc's manager, Nicolas Todd, Vasseur's business partner in the past. Between them, there have been discussions at times, but that bond is strong, the newspaper added. Just recently, Vasseur indicated that his career would have looked very different without Todd. The publication has also questioned how Sainz may respond to this possibility. It will be interesting to see how Carlos Sainz will react to this, they wrote. After all, he arrived in Maranello under the assumption that he could compete with Leclerc, something he has been able to do so far and has shown he's capable of doing so. The Corriere della Sera also wrote about the subject in a way that signals they are certain Vasseur will join Ferrari, claiming that recent statements from Ferrari CEO Benedetto Vigna indicated that Binotto has served his purpose. He made it clear that in his eyes, second place is for the first loser. The newspaper reports that Vasseur will be announced in January, and that until then, Vigna will be the interim team boss. One can imagine that Leclerc will be pleased with this choice, after previous dissatisfaction with certain choices made by Binotto, where the team interest was clearly put first, the publication adds. They've also speculated about Sainz's feelings about this. If the new team boss is clearly going to choose one driver, we can already imagine that Sainz is going to bet on a future at Audi, the same brand his father in rallying competes for, the outlet wrote. What do you think? Will Ferrari replace Binotto? Will Vasseur take over? Will this mean that Ferrari will get a definitive number one and number two driver? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to read your thoughts on Ferrari's future. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.